Hey guys, so today is Easter Sunday, and I'm in kind of my slouchy clothes right now because I'm getting ready to do some cooking. I'm going to be doing the strawberry shortcake for our Easter dinner today. So I wanted to make sure and have my slouchy clothes on so that I can change, not get food all over my nice clothes. So I have been going through some depression lately, and for those of you who don't have depression or don't understand it, um, I'll be fine, and then all of a sudden it's like I have a hard time getting any motivation to do anything. Like a black curtain is over my whole body. And even the things that I love doing, I just don't want to do. So it's scary, and I'm on medications, and we've been kind of messing with my medications, and it sounds like I need to mess with them more. So that's tough. It's tough. And then not only do I have the depression, but then dealing with the depression, what helps me feel better is eating. And then I eat, and then I beat myself up and feel crappy all over again, and then it's like a vicious cycle. So it's hard. It's like there's all this shame, and it's tough. It's really tough. I went to lunch with my mom last weekend, and the restaurant, the way it's set up, the parking lot's kind of in the back, so you have to walk around the building to get to the front door. And I don't think I was out of breath or anything, but I was just walking up, and there was this older man standing there, and he looks at me, and he looked at my arms, which often people will do. And it's a fat arm, so what? But people just seem to stare at it like I'm a carnival act. I don't know. Anyway, so I was minding my own business, and he looks at me and goes, "I bet it's sure hard for you to walk this far." And I'm like, my instant reaction was, "No, I'm fine." Like, I wonder why he said that. And then I'm like, "Oh yeah, because I'm fat, and people feel the need to make it their business." So that kind of bummed me out, and it's very frustrating, but it happens all the time. It happens all the time. People stare at me and will say comments. Kids will point and say things. And, my friends say, "Well, but that's, they're just kids." Or, the old guy, that was his generation. He wasn't used to seeing people this big. Well, so what? I don't make comments about people that, I don't know. It's ridiculous. It makes me really angry. And it makes me not want to leave my house, is the truth. It makes me want to just go grocery shopping early in the morning or late at night when there's less people around, which I already do. It makes me not want to go to restaurants and spend time with my family at restaurants. And it's just sad. It's very sad that it's come to that. And even after losing 50 pounds, like, what was it like before? So, and the thing about my arms, I'm self-conscious about my arms. But they're part of me. And the more I lose weight, I'm obviously going to have skin folds there. And, unless I have surgery, which is pretty far away if I do. So I've got to deal with it, and I've got to be able to, confront someone if they're looking at my arms and say, "Yeah, it's a fat arm. So what? Doesn't make me a bad person." So, I feel like it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back oftentimes, because I'll get in a really positive frame of mind and think I've changed and society is changing, And then it takes one little thing to remind me that, you know, you're a fat person. And I'm just tired of being the fattest person in the room. I mean, I feel like that's my identity sometimes, is the fat girl, because I've always been that, pretty much. Even looking at pictures in high school when I lost weight, you know, I was really about the same size as my friends. I mean, a little bit different, but not too much. But I still felt like, you know, that I was double their size or triple their size. And I know I wasn't. So that's something I really have to work on, is my self-esteem and loving myself at this weight. Because in loving myself and figuring out who am I other than the fat person, because, you know, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. And I feel like I'm rambling a little bit, but it's been difficult the last few weeks, keeping my head up and, yeah. So, but at this point, I'm just going to take it one day at a time, not stress about my meal plan right now. My nutritionist and I talked, and she said that I'm not really in the mind frame right now to do some good work on the food part, because there's so much right now going on with the mental part, and I just feel broken down a little bit. It's hard to see that I'm a worthy person sometimes, which I know sounds silly, but you know, it's hard to recognize that I deserve good things. And even with relationships, most of my relationships have been casual, because it's like I don't feel like I deserve to have a boyfriend, fiance, husband. I feel like I need to wait until I lose weight to do that. And I know that sounds stupid, but the reason I feel that way is because at this weight, I don't think I would be a good girlfriend or a good wife, because I can't go camping or hiking or go see a play without sitting in the wheelchair seats, or see a movie at the cheap theater. I have to go to the expensive theater that has the arms that lift up. And even then, I get out of breath from climbing the stairs to get to that seat. And there's people around, and they're going to stare, and they're going to stare at the boyfriend and think, why is he with her? And these are the thoughts that are in my head. Another thing that I've thought about a lot is, I know a lot of relationships change after someone has bariatric surgery. And so I think in my mind, I've been kind of holding off, because I don't want to commit to someone and then change my life so dramatically. And I think it's going to change my personality too. I'm still going to be the same person, but I hope that I'm going to have a lot more energy and be a lot more fun and playful and want to go out and do things. And I just don't want to hurt anybody. So I think I've been kind of holding off for that reason too. These are intimate things that I didn't plan on sharing, but yeah. So, you know, same thing with, I want to have kids, but I don't want to have kids at this weight. Not only because physically I think it'd be dangerous, but I don't think I could offer enough to a child. I mean, even my niece and nephews, I don't do enough with them because I have a hard time physically keeping up. I've thought about in this summer taking him out to a playground, but I'm going to have to make sure there's benches to sit down, that, you know, I'm going to get more tired before they get tired. Same thing with wanting them to spend the night. I mean, I'm probably going to fall asleep faster. You know, I'm probably going to fall asleep before they will. And that's because by the end of the day, every day, I seem to be exhausted. So, you know, unfortunately, it's like I'm keeping myself almost in a lonely state, But by doing that, I don't think I'm truly loving myself. It's like I'm shaming myself. So, lots of stuff to work on. I'm going to continue to journal, which has really been the main tool that's helped me, and doing these videos as well. So, I hope everybody has a great Easter, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye.